With the 2024 MLB season right around the corner, fantasy baseball drafts are happening right around now, and a lot of them are for big money. While the top players in fantasy baseball are pretty obvious, the teams that have the most success are the ones that find gems in the later rounds. In this video, I'm going to give you 10 players that I think will turn out to be gems for fantasy baseball in 2024. I'm going to give you each player's ranking on ESPN's top 300 player rankings for point leagues, along with the recent stats and my thoughts on each player. Without further ado, let's get into my picks. Starting off, I'm taking Zach Gelof of the Oakland A's. If you've watched my channel before, you know that I'm a big fan of Gelof. He's currently ranked 298th on ESPN's top 300 list and is the 20th ranked second baseman. He was the 60th overall pick in the 2021 draft out of Virginia, as he was an absolute hitting machine in college. In his junior season, he was top 10 in the ACC in literally every offensive category and hit .583 in the College World Series. Since joining the A's minor league system, all he's done is rake at every level. In 200 minor league games, he's hit 37 home runs and 47 doubles while stealing 43 bases and posting an 884 OPS. While obviously nothing is guaranteed to translate over to the big leagues, there were some impressive results in 2023. He got the call to the A's last July and was absolutely fantastic for them. In 69 games, he hit 14 home runs and 20 doubles while stealing 14 bases and posting an 840 OPS. Gelof has basically everything you want in a player in fantasy baseball. He hits for average, hits for power, and can steal bases. While he did strike out 82 times last season, I think that'll gradually drop as he sees more major league pitching. With there not being too many great second basemen that produce offensively in today's league, I honestly don't know why ESPN has him ranked so low. Do not shy away from the opportunity to draft Gelof or pick him up in free agency. Just because he is on the A's does not mean he won't produce for your fantasy baseball team. Next up, I'm picking Logan O'Hoppe of the Los Angeles Angels. The Angels traded Brandon Marsh for O'Hoppe at the 2022 trade deadline. At the time of the trade, he was the top 100 prospect in baseball and was the Phillies' number 3 prospect. He's currently ranked 216th on ESPN's top 300 list and is the 15th ranked catcher. O'Hoppe had a very good spring training in 2023, which led him to being the opening day starting catcher for the Angels. Unfortunately for him, he dealt with multiple injuries to his left shoulder during the season, which limited him to only 51 games in his rookie campaign. However, when he played, he was awesome. In just under 200 at-bats, he hit 14 home runs and 6 doubles while posting a 796 OPS. Those numbers put O'Hoppe at a 44 home run pace if he played a full 162 game season, which is unbelievable. While catchers basically never play a full 162 games, having that amount of power for a catcher is truly remarkable. Looking at the Angels roster right now, they don't have a set designated hitter due to the loss of Shohei Ohtani. This stands out to me, because if O'Hoppe is hitting like I think he will in 2024, they can put him at DH when he isn't behind the dish, getting him more at-bats than most catchers in the league would get. If your draft strategy is to not focus on a catcher in the early rounds, I would definitely try to grab O'Hoppe in the later rounds, or even pick him off of free agency. Having this amount of power from a catcher is a rare commodity in fantasy baseball. Up next, I'm going with Taj Bradley of the Tampa Bay Rays. I predicted Bradley to have a breakout 2024 season a few months ago, and I'm doubling down on my prediction. Bradley is not currently ranked in ESPN's top 300 list and is the 112th ranked starting pitcher. Being ranked that low is laughable to me, because I think his potential is unbelievably high. Bradley was drafted by the Rays in 2018, and he didn't really start to generate much noise until 2021. He spent the year in A-ball and high A, starting 22 games with posting a 1.83 ERA and .93 whip. By the start of the 2022 season, Bradley rose to the number 33 prospect on MLB's top 100 list. He kept working through the minor leagues in 2022, posting a 2.57 ERA and 1.04 whip in 28 starts. Due to some injuries to the Rays pitching staff last April, he got the call to the major leagues. He made 3 different trips to the majors this past season, and his numbers do not look good at all on the surface. In 21 starts, he had a 5.59 ERA and 1.39 whip while striking out 129 batters in 104 innings. If you solely look at these stats, you would probably never consider having him on your fantasy baseball team for this upcoming season. While Bradley's ERA on the season was 5.59, his expected ERA was 4.45. That's a full 1-run difference between his actual ERA and his expected ERA. Only 4 pitchers in Major League Baseball who generated at least 250 balls in play last season had a larger difference in that category. Aside from him being pretty unlucky last season, the Rays are notorious for making unknown players stars. I never heard of Jeffrey Springs or Drew Rasmussen until they started shoving for the Rays. Rasmussen had a 5.87 ERA with the Brewers before coming over to the Rays and having a 2.7 ERA there. Springs had a 5.42 ERA with the Rangers and Red Sox before coming over to the Rays and having a 2.53 ERA there. With injuries to both of them for 2024, I think Bradley is an awesome opportunity to keep developing in a pitcher-friendly Tampa Bay system. The Rays are still going to be competitive in 2024, so he should rack up some points in the form of wins as well as strikeouts, of course. I expect a much better 2024 season out of him. Next up, I'm taking Chris Bryant of the Colorado Rockies. Bryant had an awesome 7-year tenure with the Cubs from 2015 to 2021, where he made 4 All-Star teams, 1 National League Rookie of the Year, National League MVP, and a World Series. After the 2021 season, the Rockies came out of nowhere and signed him to a monster 7-year, $182 million contract. Since joining the Rockies, his play has fallen off of a cliff. Injuries to his feet have limited him to only 122 games over the past 2 seasons, where he's hit 15 home runs and 22 doubles while posting a 740 OPS. For playing in Colorado half the time, those offensive numbers are not getting it done. Fantasy-wise, he's ranked 264th on ESPN's top 300 list, and is the 59th ranked outfielder, even though he'll primarily play first base in 2024. While the past few years have not been good for Bryant, I think he's going to have a big bounce back year in 2024. For one, he'll be moving to first base in 2024, which theoretically should result in him moving around less on the field. I say this because his injuries over the last 2 years have been to his feet, which came about from playing in the outfield. He also was fortunate to play in Colorado half the time, where balls travel further and should help inflate his numbers a bit this season. So far this spring, he's hit 2 home runs and 16 at-bats and has told the media he feels perfectly healthy. I would definitely consider taking Bryant in the later rounds of your draft. Up next, I'm picking James McArthur of the Kansas City Royals. I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't know who McArthur was until a few months ago when I saw he might close for the Royals in 2024. McArthur is ranked 274th on ESPN's top 300 list and is the 48th ranked relief pitcher. He made his major league debut last season at 26 years old, and his numbers on the surface do not tell the full story. He appeared 18 games for the Royals, posting a 4.63 ERA and .94 WHIP in 23 1/3 innings. Those numbers are incredibly inflated because he gave up 7 earned runs in 1 inning in his major league debut. In 12 games and 16 1/3 innings in September and October, he didn't give up a single run while only allowing 5 hits, walking 0 batters, striking out 19, and recording 4 saves. Looking at the Royals' current roster, the only other pitcher who might contend to get saves for the team is Will Smith. In my opinion, I definitely think McArthur will open as the Royals' closer to start the season. In the playoffs, the Rangers opted to use Jose Leclerc to close games instead of Smith due to a lack of trust in him struggling. Not only that, but McArthur gave the Royals a direct look at what he can be last season. I don't think the Royals are going to be in many high-scoring games in 2024 due to their offense not being great and their starting pitching being better than it was last year. As a result, I think they'll be in a lot of close games, which could result in more save opportunities for McArthur. If you're looking to carry another closer on your roster but all the big names are gone, I would definitely give him a chance. Next up, I'm going with Wyatt Langford of the Texas Rangers. While Langford is currently the 6th overall prospect in baseball, I'm counting him as a fantasy baseball gem due to how he's viewed by ESPN. He's currently ranked 282nd on ESPN's top 300 list and is the 66th ranked outfielder. Langford was the 4th overall pick in the 2023 draft as he was one of the best college baseball hitters I've ever seen. In 134 games at the University of Florida, he hit 47 home runs and 37 doubles while posting a 1.217 OPS. If you want to say that it's just his college stats and they're relevant, take a look at what he's done in the minor leagues. In 44 games in the minors, he's hit 10 home runs and 17 doubles while posting a 1.157 OPS. If you want to say that it's just the minor leagues and he hasn't faced major league pitching yet, look at what he's done in spring training so far. In 20 at-bats, he's hit 3 home runs and 3 singles while posting a 1.173 OPS. With him playing so well against literally every level of baseball, I don't know how he won't get consistent at-bats for the Rangers in 2024. As stacked as the Rangers lineup projects to be without him, I don't think Langford needs any more minor league at-bats. With their division looking to be competitive again, with the Astros and Mariners looking very good, I think Langford will start on their major league roster to open the season. While I suggest everyone tries to pick up Langford, I really suggest you do if you're in a keepers league because he has the potential to be a superstar for years to come. Up next, I'm taking Alek Manoah of the Toronto Blue Jays. If you told me 2 years ago that I would consider Manoah a hidden gem in a fantasy baseball draft in 2024, I would be very confused. Manoah was the 11th overall pick in the 2019 draft out of the University of West Virginia. While he was just okay in his first 2 years of college baseball, his stock skyrocketed in his junior year. In 16 starts and 108 innings, he posted a 2.08 ERA and .91 WHIP while striking out 144 batters. He went from looking like a pitcher who would go undrafted to a first-round pick in the span of a year. As a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, there was no minor league season in 2020, and Manoah didn't pitch in an actual game at any level that year. In 2021, he rose to one of the top pitching prospects in all of baseball and got the call to the Blue Jays in late April. In 20 starts and 111 innings in his rookie season, he posted a 3.22 ERA and 1.05 WHIP while striking out 127 batters. He finished 8th in AL Rookie of the Year voting and looked like a future ace at times. In 2022, he was unbelievable for the Blue Jays. In 31 starts and 196 innings, he posted a 2.24 ERA and .99 WHIP while striking out 180 batters. He made the All-Star team, finished 3rd in AL Cy Young voting, and helped lead the Blue Jays to the playoffs. At only 25 years old, Manoah looked like he would be one of the best pitchers in baseball for a very long time. However, he mightily struggled in 2023. He only made 19 starts for the Blue Jays, due to him being sent down to rookie ball as a result of his struggles. In 87 1/3 innings, he posted a 5.7 ERA and 1.74 WHIP. Besides his awful performance on the field, he got clowned a lot for making stupid comments off the field, and it was just an awful year overall for him. He's not currently ranked on ESPN's top 300 list and is the 115th ranked starting pitcher. If you can get Manoah in the last round of your draft or pick him up in free agency, do it. There's virtually no risk to holding him on your bench to start the season, and see if he turns his career around. His upside is still one of the best pitchers in baseball, so I see no reason not to get him at the end of your draft. Next up, I'm picking Logan Allen of the Cleveland Guardians. Allen was a 2nd round pick in the 2020 draft and was the 85th overall prospect in baseball heading into 2023. He's currently ranked 284th on ESPN's top 300 list and is the 87th ranked starting pitcher. Allen moved through the Guardians minor league system pretty quickly and got called up to the majors last April due to an injury to Aaron Civale. In 24 starts in his rookie year, he posted a 3.81 ERA and 1.4 WHIP while striking out 119 batters in 125 innings. While those aren't flashy numbers by any means, I have my reasons for thinking Allen improves this upcoming season. The Guardians have been great at developing starting pitchers for about a decade now. Pitchers like Corey Kluber, Danny Salazar, and Carlos Carrasco were great for them in the 2010s. And now they have pitchers like Shane Bieber, Tristan McKenzie, and Tanner Bybee producing for their current team. Allen projects to be the number 4 or 5 starter for them in 2024, which should relieve some pressure off of him to be great. Not only that, but their division isn't great either, so he could face weaker opponents than most starting pitchers. I really suggest you consider taking Allen in a lower round because I think his potential is pretty high. Up next, I'm going with Michael Busch of the Chicago Cubs. As a Dodgers fan, I'm very high on Busch's ceiling and was very disappointed that the team never gave him a chance at the major league level. Busch was a first-round pick by the Dodgers in 2019 and was a top 100 prospect in baseball for about 3 seasons. The Dodgers traded him to the Cubs this past offseason because he basically had no future in the major leagues for them, due to them having Freddie Freeman at first base, Max Muncy at third base, and Shohei Ohtani at DH. In 357 career minor league games, he's hit 79 home runs and 91 doubles while posting a 919 OPS. He was the Dodgers minor league player of the year in 2022 and the Pacific Coast League MVP in 2023. With the Cubs, he has a clear opportunity to play every day at the major league level. He'll play third base and first base for the team, and maybe get some at-bats at DH. I honestly think Busch's bat will translate over to the majors rather quickly. He's played in the minor leagues for over 3 full seasons and has shown he's too good for AAA. He's not ranked on ESPN's top 300 list and is the 42nd ranked third baseman. Because he can play multiple positions and should hit for power in the major leagues, I think Busch is going to surprise a lot of people in 2024. But not me though, because I've seen him rank in the minor leagues for a long time. Lastly, I'm taking James Paxton to the Los Angeles Dodgers. I've already picked a player from the Rays and Guardians pitching labs, so it's only fitting that I'm picking one from the Dodgers pitching lab as well. Paxton is not ranked on ESPN's top 300 list and is the 121st ranked starting pitcher. He's had a very solid 10-year career in the big leagues, but has dealt with several injuries over the course of his career. In his career, he has a 3.69 ERA and 1.22 WHIP in 156 starts. Most recently in 2023 for the Red Sox, he posted a 4.5 ERA and 1.31 WHIP in 19 starts. I think Paxton is going to thrive with the Dodgers. This team has had incredible success at fixing pitchers over the past decade. In 2022, they signed Tyler Anderson and Andrew Heaney to 1-year contracts, and both of them were fantastic for them. Anderson had a career ERA of almost 5 before joining the Dodgers, where he posted a 2.57 ERA and 1 WHIP in 28 starts. He made the All-Star team that season and got a very nice contract by the Angels in the next offseason. Heaney also had a career ERA of almost 5 before joining the Dodgers, where he posted a 3.1 ERA and 1.09 WHIP in 16 starts. He got a nice 2-year contract with the Rangers after the season. There were also other examples of them fixing relievers like Ryan Brazier and Brandon Morrow that I can think of, but I won't dive into those. I really think Paxton is going to thrive under Mark Pryor's instruction as Dodgers pitching coach. Not only does he strike out a lot of hitters already, but with the Dodgers lineup as stacked as it is, he should get a lot of wins, which should boost his fantasy value. I would definitely try snagging Paxton in a late round of your draft. That's going to do it for the video today. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really hope you're able to get a few of these players in your fantasy baseball draft, as I really like all of them to have quality 2024 seasons. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more content. Leave a comment down below your thoughts on my picks, follow my socials in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.